We are finally getting back to a very budget-friendly deck. Yes, I played some not very budget-friendly decks lately, but kind of wanted to get back to doing something budget-friendly. Yeah, I took a couple of videos and tried to figure out how to do YouTube, how to talk through some things without, spending too much time on the construction and stuff like that. Now that I think I have a grasp of what I'm saying, we're going to go and we're going to look at a bunch of budget decks, one right after another. Pop, 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 pop. Today, we have for you a sacrifice artifact deck. And it's just gorgeous, right? You got the 4 eye twitches to dig into your sideboard. They get necrotic fumes, pest summonings, a little bit of draw power, and environmental sciences. This is going to ensure that we are getting the things we need early in the game. If we get so lucky as to get eye twitch, and the shuffler is never broken, but it almost always seems like you get the eye twitch. Another way that we have draw power is experimental synthesizer, which, when he enters the battlefield, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of turn, you may play that card. They're really nice to play on like turn 3 or 4. Make sure that you're getting your mana out so you can play the card that's exiled with experimental synthesizer. You don't want a huge heck of a lot of lands out on the field, but hey, I've never said no to too many lands. Unless you are only drawing lands. Let me verify that. You also have the ONI-CULT Anvil to sack said synthesizer, right? Any kind of blood tokens or anything like that. And this is one of the win conditions of the game, right? You're going to be able to deal damage to your opponent while gaining life yourself whenever you're sacking with ONI-CULT Anvil, and you get to create 1/1 colorless constructs, which is very nice. Another win condition is the Dragon Spark Reactor. So when he enters the battlefield, you put a charge counter on it. Every time you play an artifact, or an artifact enters the battlefield, which is a very important wording, when he enters the battlefield. So, yes, sacrifice a blood token with ONI-CULT Anvil, and then you create a 1/1. And every time that 1/1 is created, you put a charge counter on Dragon Spark Reactor. When you sack Dragon Spark Reactor for 4 colorless, you do damage to target player and to target creature. So, if you had 10 artifacts enter the battlefield, you do 10 damage to the player and then to a target creature. Beautiful synergy right there with artifact deck. There are a couple of things that are meant for more control in this deck, like the Infernal Grasps and the Vengeful Strangler. This guy is fun. It can make your opponent miserable for having good cards out on the battlefield, and he is an uncommon. Vengeful Strangler cannot block. That is the downfall to him, but when he dies, return it to the battlefield transformed under your control, attached to target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls. And then, at the beginning of your upkeep, Enchanted Permanence controller sacrifices a non-land permanent. Then that player loses 2 life. So, you could attach this to any permanent. They put a Loath out, put Vengeful Strangler on it. Eventually, they're going to say the Loath ain't worth it no more and get rid of it. Well, probably not Loath, but basically anything except for Loath. Loath would actually do pretty good under those circumstances. But anyway, that's the deck. We do have a couple Voltic Surges in here. And our whole goal is to play artifacts and then sack said artifacts over and over and over again. Our win condition is sacrificing our stuff. The only rares in here are going to be 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrants, 1 Den of the Bugbear, and the Crucible of Defiance, 1 of those suckers, and 4 Pathways. And something I have harped on many times is whenever... Oh, I don't even think we have... No, we don't even have the mythic... we don't even have Mascot Exhibition in here, right? It's all common lessons as well. So, one thing I have harped on multiple times is whenever you are turning in wild cards, the first thing you want to do is fix your mana base. And yes, sometimes I am guilty of not doing this, but to optimally play, that is what you want to do. Sometimes you're just playing for fun. Usually you're just playing for fun. Hopefully you're playing for fun. But to play optimally, you want to craft lands. Let's get into the arena and see how this deck does. Okay, starting off, I'm already not liking it. We don't have any red mana. No red mana is a mulligan. Okay. This is better. We do have the red mana. And I think we get rid of that. I think we have a bit of an uphill battle at first. Oh, there we go. We can take our time with the pathway now that we got the mountain. Okay. Passing turn. Bard class. Okay. We'll be able to do this, and then iTwitch, Epicer. You got red and green and a Bard class. So I don't think they're going to have board wipes. Don't know, but it doesn't seem like a board wipe kind of situation. We got 2 synthesizers, and I would hate to waste them. Let's play the 1. ONI-CULT, and this is why you wait. We don't want to get rid of that ONI-CULT. We want to get him on the battlefield. And the real question is, we have time to think about it. Swing away. Huh. So, we could actually sack this. Mirror Box means that he's probably playing legendary creatures. We're going to have a blocker here, just in case he's got something with pace or something, you know? You got to be prepared for anything. Up to level 2. Ooh, that's ugly. That's uglier. Gross. Absolutely disgusting. Dragon Spark Reactor will play that for sure. Now, actually, no attacks. We're going to block with the iTwitch. Because he's definitely swinging. Helena, and Elena. Elena. Who is it that says it? One of the dudes on YouTube. Elena. Yeah, big boy. We're gonna get rid of him, and we're gonna get Fumes. Great draw. Okay. My turn. And this is where it starts to get a bit dicey. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here. Helena and Elena is very powerful. We'll sacrifice this, make him sacrifice his big shot card there. We will also sacrifice a blood token, deal a damage, make a creature. These are nice little chump blockers too, especially versus a deck like this. Very useful. We're getting close to where we need to be. Oh man, so many legendary creatures for the opponent. Another Elena. Gee whiz. He's gonna have such big creatures. That's absolutely insane. 10-10 and an 8-8. Okay. Four damage, that's not enough. We'll play the experimental synthesizer. The Epicer. The main goal is to stay alive long enough. Sack that. I actually think we're in decent shape now. Next turn, I think we got him, but we got to survive this turn. Yeah, let's end it. Let him go. Oh man, so much value. So much value. You're looking at this, we got a lot of rares. Almost everything we have seen has been a rare. But somehow, we've been able to keep up. Oh no, that's it. Okay. I have to do this now. I have to do this right now. Now, no haste. He's still going to swing for fatal. 11. 11. We're going to block everything. Oh my god. Voltic Surge. Won't do it. Let's see. How are we going to get 2 damage off? Let's gamble here. That's not good enough. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Okay. Swinging at face. That's game. Oh my god. Those were some big creatures. Oh, we pulled it out. Pulled it out of the hat. I bet you guys saw that a mile away, that Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Play the Hive! Use the Hive! We had just enough mana. I almost messed that up. But we pulled her out. Only white meat. Interesting name. Let's get some red out. Hopefully we don't have that crazy of a deck to deal with this time. We can play the reactor next turn. I want to get the Strangler out and kind of slow him down a little bit, make him think. Two, three. Oh, perfect. You should probably read the cards a little bit better there, buddy. Okay, that gave us a nice little early lead. So I'm pretty happy about that. Dragon Spark Reactor. Foretelling. Well, let's get the ONI-CULT Anvil cooking. We're definitely not sacking him. Three-1 contract artifact token with haste. Doesn't say anything about sacking it at... Wait, it says something about sacking something else, so... Unfortunately, we can't do anything yet. You may pay once to sacrifice an artifact. Opponent! Okay, Demon bolts on it. Makes my decision easy. Huh. We need to draw some. Yep. You'll get a treasure out of it. But I don't want that on my field. Not allowed. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Got him. Scale the heights. Okay, see you later, opponent. You didn't have what it takes anyway. What a sweaty hand here. Should we keep it? Yeah, let's keep it. It looks fun. I'm playing a sweaty hand. Okay. That's even better. Oh, man, opponent. He's playing a white-red here. Windscarred Crag. So he's not playing the rare manas yet. Gets +0/+2 as long as he's equipped it. This is a risk. And sometimes you gotta take the risk. Yuck. Gross. Okay, no attacks. Go ahead. Go ahead, opponent. Guess they couldn't give us everything. Dancing Sword. It's an equip cost of 1, so he'll probably end up equipping that right now. Yep, we'll block. We'll block with that OI Twitch. We're going to get Environmental Sciences here, I think. Let's go with Voltic Surge here. We're going to sack the Synthesizer. And whenever he's sacked, awesome, we even got land. Okay. We're going to dig a little bit here, since we didn't have the red. And grab a land out of our library. Thin our deck a little bit. It's always nice to get land out. Charger. He's going to equip the Charger. Okay. So, does he have more equipment, or does he have more creatures? We could kill that now. But really, what's the fun in just doing 2 damage? Okay. End turn. Let's see what he comes out on the field with. He's got 3 lands, so let's see if he misses the land drop first off. If he misses the land drop, we're happy. Always happy when an opponent misses land. Always. Core Blade Master. Okay. Now, this double strike? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, boy. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. We can clear this board, and I think we do. He's going to do 3 damage directly to me. We could run out the Dispute. But I don't think we need to. Blood Type Harvester. And the Eye Twitch. Okay. I wonder if it works that way. It probably does. But I really don't want to risk it. I'm going to pass here. And we're going to see what the opponent does. We got another ONI-CULT Anvil in hand. We also have another Harvester in hand and Deadly Dispute. So we have tools available. We are down to 12, but we do have things we can be doing. Skyclaves. As long as we keep creatures off the battlefield. Ooh. That's absolutely disgusting. Well, let's see if it works this way. Nope. Definitely don't do that. Curiosity killed the cat, but this time curiosity absolutely wrecked me. Looks like it's something you gotta try once. You gotta try it. You know, I'm gonna be playing cards that I'm not 100% familiar with sometimes, and usually whenever you have a sack thing, if you sack it, it will work. But in this particular instance, it did not work. Rest of this match, we were able to stick around and play well, but in the end, we absolutely got our arses handed to us in this one. I don't know. Oh well, let's move on to the next match. All red mana, all black spells. Nope. Hmm. All these cards are great. I think Epicur is our weakest, but he has a 1-drop. So we'll get rid of the synthesizer, I think, because we don't have ONI-CULT Anvil to back him up. Epicur, blood token. He does not play a creature, so if that's the case, we go with the reactor. Swing for 1. Cute. Okay. Well, he didn't play a creature yet, so I don't mind continuing to dig. Mana. Awesome. Let's see what he does. We're going to attack for sure. Get out of this turn. We want to get the ONI-CULT Anvil. Flying Death Touch. Not super worried about the assassin. Not too worried about the assassin. Lay out a mana and dispute here. I'm trying to get the anvil. We didn't, but we have another dispute. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And maybe we actually get rid of the Epicur here. He's going to have trouble getting through. And sometimes you're just good. Sometimes you're just good. Cool. And Reactor is up to 5, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Not sure what opponent's wanting to do here. He does foretell a card. Is that saw it coming? Let's use Synthesizer. Vengeful Straggler. Or Strangler. That. We could do a Voltage Surge, but again, I'm not afraid of that assassin. Hopefully he just chills and hopes to block this dude. That's very possible. Very possible. Gelatinous Cube. That's among the bigger of things that we're going to see. So we'll sack this, kill that. Resolve. Pass away. We're gonna keep getting ahead if that's all he's got. Let's use the anvil here. Dispute. That's not a bad card. Yep. That's a present for you. We are going to power up Hive. And this way you want to get your Lance Curses. They, especially stuff like Hive can really do a lot of work. Hive of the Eye Tyrant can do a lot of work for you. Well, that's not my favorite. Yeah. You may play a card from exile. Yeah, from each player's library with a collection counter on it, yada yada yada. Okay. So we will play out the anvil. We will play out the harvester. We will sack the construct. We're getting really close. 11, 12. And we're going to play out the epicur. Yes, we're at 13 on that now. You know what that means? You know what that means, boys. He's going to gain 1 life. That still puts you in range. Oh, you didn't let me do it. So the finisher was sacking Dragon Spark Reactor for 13 damage to here and here. Clear his field and kill the player. I wish he would have let me do it. Really, playing these budget decks, though, it does hone your skills as a player. If you could win with them, at least moderately consistently, you're learning how to play the game. And that's step 1 to dominating your opponent. It teaches you how to read your player mat, little man. Okay. Opponent is very dedicated to taking his time. We're gonna play that. Let's get Reactor cooking. Let's get him on a clock. 20 turn clock right now. Words. Ew. I'm on a clock too. Yeah. Pass away. 1/1 on everything. Hasn't played any creatures yet. Let's get Synthesizer cooking. Another Synthesizer. Don't mind if I do. Highly High Tyrant. Okay. And we'll play out the Eye Twitch. Alright. 5 mana. You still haven't played a creature. Elspeth, though.
Right. Let's clean up this town.
Yeah.
Show him what you got.
Oh. Okay. So, with that in mind, we could do a couple of things to that Elspeth. Because we don't want her to get the -7. For sure. Let's do the ONI-CULT. Next. Pop that like it's hot.
Okay. These jobs are getting deadlier.
Then sack the Synthesizer. Feel like we're going to have a little bit of trouble in this game. Play the land. Get the Harvester out. And I am so scared of a board wipe right here. This is the perfect time for a board wipe. Doomscar? Or Farewell? Farewell would obliterate me. It would absolutely destroy me. Okay.
This is my city, and I'm going to protect it.
Okay. Opponent still on a clock. Draw 2 cards with Broker's Charm. That's good. Alright. Another Broker's Assembly. Okay. Damage equal to number of charge counters on it to up to 1 target creature. That'd be nice if it said Planeswalker. Usually I don't think about it, but now I am. My turn. So, I'm thinking here We almost have to sack him to get rid of that shield counter. Oh. That gets past shield counters. -X gets past shield. That's good to know. I'm actually semi-concerned that he hasn't scooped this away. Auto pay. And we'll get rid of one of these. 3, 4, 5 here. And then I twitch to face. No mana.
I shouldn't have gotten involved.
So we've been pretty good right here. This isn't bad. Huh. Okay. That's a 5/5. 2 shield counters on it. And he gets a 1/1 as well. So that stuff's going to get big, big, big. Huh. We are going to pay 1. We're going to pay for this. 15. Then he's going to block 2. 1, 2. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attack with everything. Blocking is for the weak. Or, holding back is for the weak. Blocking is for the strong. Yes. Game. Take care of yourself. This works pretty well. The next 2 matches, we had much of the same thing going on. Now, let me talk a little bit about these budget decks. So, whenever we're playing budget decks, you can expect to basically play 500, a little bit above 500. Playing 500 would be very good with deck with no rares and no mythics. It would be really, really good. If you could do that consistently, you're becoming a pretty good Magic player, right? Because your opponent's going to come at you with golds and mythics, but this is a nice way to introduce some archetypes to yourself so that you know what you like to play. It is also a way that you could just have fun playing the game without being dedicated completely to spinning those rares and mythic wild cards without having to go over budget and have to consistently feel like you need to win. It's a way to just have fun, and that's what Magic the Gathering is all about. I like these kinds of decks, the sacrifice decks. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I like to play Ob-Nixilis quite a bit. I also like to have spell-heavy decks. I like synergies. I like combos. And this deck fits into that really well. Is it perfect? No. But is it fun? That's really up to you to determine. When we jump into the post-game wrap, we are going to look at some ways that I think would be okay to have a really basic upgrade to this deck. Of course, first you're going to want to go for lands to be optimal, right? But there are a couple of other cards I would add to this deck in order to best optimize what it's trying to do on the field. Before we get into the post-game wrap, make sure you leave a like, you subscribe. Glad you enjoyed the video. I'm assuming you've enjoyed the video because you're still here. If you didn't enjoy the video, why are you still here? I would have clicked away a little while ago. Anyway, like, subscribe, makes me feel like this content's reaching people and people are really liking the material. It really helps the channel out a lot. I do appreciate it. But without further ado, let's watch this opponent fall. And then we will get to the post game wrap. Absolute carnage. After playing this deck, I actually honestly really like it. It's fun, right? It's kind of a aggro red black artifact deck. It works really, really quick. But as promised, we're going to talk about a couple of upgrades I would do. If I were going to upgrade this deck, I would play something more similar to this, right? You still have your eye twitches, you still have the experimental synthesizers, the epicers, right? But you would be running 2 Blade of the Onis to raise the equipped creature's base power and toughness to a 5/5 menace, and is a black demon in addition to other colors and types. It is an artifact, so it has what we need for this deck to boost the Dragonspark Reactor. I would also add in 2 Meathook Massacres in case the field gets too big and you can't handle it. Another thing I would deeply consider is Loath, because when ONI-CULT Anvil creates those 1/1s and you're constantly sacking them, that's loyalty for Loath every single turn. And yeah, it would be devastating. It would definitely get through. Also, I would put whatever that first word is, Soul Ripper. I would put the Soul Ripper in here, and whenever Soul Ripper attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on him, and it gains menace till the end of turn. Really nice way to get into creatures quickly. Right? You get a 4/3, crew it for 2, put a 1/1 counter on it. It's a 4 or 5/4 with menace. So you're able to get in really quickly. Really, by turn 3, you could technically be getting in if you get the ONI-CULT Anvil and the experimental synthesizer, or you get your epicers out and you get that blood going. You could technically do this very, very quickly. This very, very quickly. I don't know if it's good in a competitive environment, but it certainly would work a little bit more consistent than that budget deck that we had with 0 rares and mythics. And there's bound to be other ways to upgrade this deck as well. I'm planning on experimenting with it a little bit to see what we could do with black-red without you overusing Omnixilis in these videos. Oh my god, I love Omnixilis, but, overusing him might be a little bit bad for the channel. We'll have to see if people start commenting on the Omnixilis decks, start liking and subscribing because of it. That's one thing, but if not, we'll experiment with a couple of different types of deck building strategies. But I actually really enjoyed this deck. Remember, when you're going through these decks and you're building your decks from scratch, the first thing you want to do is upgrade your lands. Then you would do, planeswalkers and rares that are used all the time in almost any situation so that you can put them into any deck. And that's why I chose these couple of cards. Blade of Oni is a very good black mythic. Meathook Massacre is probably one of the central cards in the format right now. And Loath is a very powerful planeswalker for black decks. That's it for the day. Hope you enjoyed this deck list. I enjoyed playing it. We had some fun wins in there. We really did. And I am, for one time in my life, it has to happen at some point, out of words completely. Bye.